What's up, bitches? I'm McStud, and I fucked your mom.
I'm Mrs. McStud, and he's feeling better.
Did you not fuck their mom?
No, I did not fuck nobody's mom.
This is Miss McStud and your mother's. Straight scissoring all the time.
That's nasty.
Fucking making her clits kiss.
Oof.
Their fucking lips stick together. Double-sided dildo action is pounding their lungs. Till one slips out and it goes in the other's butthole, so then it's like butthole to puss. Double-sided dildo. What?
No.
It's hump day.
Hump day.
Is it? God damn, I had to get my days straight. It is hump day.
Yeah, do not go backwards.
Oof.
We only go forward.
Always forward, never back.
Yep.
Malt liquor.
Yep.
Cheers, Miss McStud. Hope you guys are having a great motherfucking week. A week that's fucking mothers.
Oof.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's rough.
You ever just take your mother's titty and just smack it? Smack it so hard it hits her chin?
No.
Why? You never did it
Pull
when
my
you're...
finger.
Huh?
Pull my finger.
What the fuck? That's a unique one.
Yeah.
I know you never smacked your mom's titties when you were a baby?
Mm-mm.
Like you're a baby, you're like, damn, ta-down.
No.
Like,
But my kids sure did like to pull down my shirt and expose everything I have to everybody around.
I can't say I blame them.
Oof.
Sometimes you gotta see a titty. It's a show a titty Wednesday, so
Thank God I always wore.
go ahead and flash a titty and I'll
No
blur it. I'll
titties.
edit it out.
Oof. The fuck you will.
I'll edit it out
There
with a
ain't gonna be
smiley
no
face.
titty.
With a smiley face.
No.
A smiley face with a tongue out.
Seriously?
Yes. What we call is emojis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting old. I gotta remember these names. Oof.
Oof.
Emojis.
Emojis.
Emojis are stupid. But I guess.
Hmm.
What?
This is good.
You like that? Much deserved?
Yeah.
Mmm. How was your day, Mr. McStud?
It was a typical Wednesday. Very busy.
How was your lunch?
Which part of it?
The
food?
The food.
It was amazing.
So we had a orientation for second jobs.
No.
Or we had to fill out our paperwork. And we had got the same classes, same place. Yeah, kind of crazy, huh? That's never happened to either of us.
No.
So we wanted food after work, so we stopped at Burger King. And they've got the Bacon King, which I've had before, and it's massive. Then they have this Double King. I'm like, what's the difference? It was pretty much the exact same thing as the Bacon King. And it was massive.
It was it was heavy.
Like, I've never had that much meat in my hand at once unless I'm pissing. What?
Seriously?
Oh. And what'd you get, Mr. McStud?
The Whopper.
That's
huge for me.
Miss McStud doesn't often get a Whopper.
I might not eat again tonight.
Like, it's a rare occasion for Miss McStud to get a Whopper. Usually she gets a Whopper Junior, if anything. And I got her into the double cheeseburgers. Burger King's double cheeseburgers are like some of the best double cheeseburgers. Fast food, cheap, pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, she gets a fucking Whopper. Did you get it with cheese?
Mm-hmm.
How was the cheese?
I can never really even tell.
My buddy in college taught me the best way to get a Whopper. You get a double Whopper, plain, and then you just have them put mustard and ketchup and pickle on, or whatever the fuck you want on it. So you don't get all that bullshit, and you got like a big ass double cheeseburger
Oof.
from Burger King.
Yeah.
Because it said have it your way.
Seriously?
So I told your mom bend over and put her leg in the air and let me fuck that poop
Try to
shot.
go on it tonight.
What?
Your stomach's all the way better, isn't it?
There's still a little twang there in it, but it's way better. Like, it's not
That's
like
good.
dragging me down. Thank
Last
God.
night it was dragging you down.
The last 2 days it's been
You
dragging
started to
me
be
down.
an asshole.
Oof. Yeah, I was,
Go fucking sit down. Shut up.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
sit down, shut up. Sit down! Shut up! Like Forrest Gump was like,
Sit
Shut up,
down
get down.
or go the fuck to bed.
yeah, well, I was thinking of Forrest Gump when they're walking through the forest and Lieutenant Dan's like, get down, shut up, get down, or something like that. I can't remember the order. Ugh.
Sometimes
Oof.
I have to speak.
Yeah. That's one of those nights.
Mm-hmm.
Now get your head out of your ass. Whew.
But guess what?
What?
You put your head down and walked right into the living room on the sit on the couch.
Mm-hmm. I did. Yeah.
You had lost your manhood
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah. Sometimes I need to be chopped down a peg or two. That was one of those nights.
Yep.
Anyways, back to the topic. Something we meant to tackle yesterday, we discussed the night before. I don't know how to phrase this. Basically, the schools are out of control. Really.
They think that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do when they want to do it.
There's an abuse of
without
power
consulting
with a parent.
an adult.
There's like an abuse of power, but there's also a lack of action for important, serious things. Then they want to abuse their power for dumb shit.
Yep.
So, Miss McStud, what would you say really chapped your ass? I had to throw in a
Seriously?
retro. Yes. What chapped your ass this week?
Well, I had to come home from work and listen to a school guidance counselor taking my daughter's phone, looking through text messages. I don't know if they were text messages. They might have been Instagram messages.
Some sort of messages.
Some kind of messages. And taking pictures of it with a camera.
And what was her reaction when she called you?
So what happened was I sent an email and I said, just to her, I said, I'm going to follow this up later tonight when I had more time because I was at work. I'm going to follow this up with an email with you and the principal. But as it stands right now, basically, you have been harassing / bullying my daughter for 2 years. And you will not touch her or anything of hers ever again. And I want you to take at least 10 steps back when you see her in the hallway. So about what? How long was that? That wasn't very long.
You sent that email in the morning, and by lunch, I believe they had already called.
By 11, I think it was like 30 minutes because I sent it after break.
Yeah, because you're typing it up.
Yeah.
And then you sent me a picture.
Yeah. So I think it was about within 45 minutes, within an hour. My phone rings and it says middle school. So I answer it because both my kids are there. They could be sick or whatever.
Malt liquor.
And it's this guidance counselor that I just sent an email to. So I answer the phone and she goes, hey, this is me and the assistant principal. I said, okay. First off, is this about the email I sent you? Or is this about a new issue? Because if it was about the email I sent, I knew I was going to be shitty and I had to go out of my office space so nobody else could hear me be a bitch.
Drink you some of that malt liquor.
So I went and took a walk around the other side of the building so they couldn't hear me yelling. But basically, she told me that my daughter gave her permission to look at her phone. So what do you think about that?
And last I checked, yeah, people can give consent for that. That's shit police use for adults. Adults. Police use that for adults. May I do this? And some adults, not knowing their rights, don't say no, even if they're doing nothing wrong. So then they got to call for backup. They got to call canines, whatever it may be, if they want to search the vehicle. But a minor.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if my supervisor at work said, hey, I need to see your phone. I need to look at your texts. That is what they would get.
Exactly.
I was like, well, you can see my dick. You're about to suck it.
The funny thing about this whole thing is, as soon as I got on the phone, they said, your daughter isn't in trouble yesterday and she's not in trouble today. I said, okay. So why in the fuck did you look at her phone?
Right.
Well, she was texting and another girl had, what happened was one of her friends texted her and said, if this girl don't keep my name out of her mouth, I'm going to beat her ass. It's not right, no. But, needless to say, that same girl texted the girl that she was going to beat her ass. So, they were taking care of it between them two. But my daughter, she's a kind-hearted girl. She talked her friend out of beating this other girl up. So her friend wouldn't get in trouble and, so the other girl wouldn't get hurt. So basically, it was all taken care of outside of school. Because I knew about this the night before they looked through her phone.
And your daughter prevented a fight. How often really does that happen in schools?
Yeah.
Where a student, like, prevents a fight between two people. Cheers to her.
Right.
For that. That was a stellar move. However, some people do need their ass whipped. But the schools don't think that.
And this
and
one girl really is one that really... I mean, this other girl is the one that's bullied my daughter since 3rd grade. But she still takes that for her. Well, I don't know. But anyway, so... First off, they told me that my daughter wasn't in trouble, which I already knew. You know, what the fuck she do? Stop a fight? Is she going to be in trouble for that? Number 2, they looked through my daughter's phone with the consent of her. Okay, there was no search warrant signed by a judge, and I made sure that my daughter didn't sign a waiver.
And we own
because sometimes it's a waiver.
We own those phones.
Yeah, so another issue that I had that I brought up to her, I said, okay, so not only did you invade my daughter's privacy, first and foremost, that's the important one, because she is a teenager with low self-esteem. So not only did you violate her, but you also invaded me and my fiance's privacy by looking through her phone, because those phones are in my name. Last time I checked, we were the one that worked, pay the phone bill. They're in our names because my daughter is a minor, again, and can't work.
Now, she may be carrying the phone, which, you know, we got for her. Those phones are our property.
Mm-hmm.
That's for her to use. That's her privilege to use that phone that we provided for her. It's not the school's responsibility to take fucking control and
Right.
like, let me see that phone.
And then this dumbass counselor, all she could say was, she gave me permission. I didn't take her phone. I said, but she can't give you legal permission. Number 1. Number 2, you shouldn't have even asked. If you needed to see her phone for something major, like a bomb threat against the school by one of her friends or something crazy like that, then take her phone. I won't say anything. But seriously, a threat that was done at night, at home, and prevented.
After school hours. Wasn't even on school grounds that this happened on.
No.
And you know, the thing with the fucking schools, they like to take advantage of the kids. They use the scare tactics.
And then she started trying to tell me that my daughter's bully is trying to change her ways and all this other stuff. And I said, and that right there, why my daughter tells me that you won't listen to her when she comes to you with an issue about the bully, because you always want to take her side. I said, I don't fucking like her, and I hate saying that about kids, but she is a true asshole. I don't fucking like her, and I don't care if she's changing her life or not. I'm still not going to like her. And you don't, listen to other kids. You always take her side, which is why nobody wants to talk to you about her, because that's why she gets away with this shit.
You know who else was arrested and was thought to be changing their ways? Ted Bundy.
Exactly.
And you see where that got him.
So it's just over and over and over. So I ended this whole conversation with how much I hate this fucking school. I said, I've had nothing but fucking problems out of you for 5 years. And this is the God's honest truth.
Yes.
How many times do I get interrupted a week at work with fucking school issues?
No,
it's whether the guidance counselor, it's whether teachers.
You had the bus drivers after that.
And the bus drivers were texting me. Okay, so my kids ride 2 different buses for whatever the fuck reason. I don't understand it. But they ride one in the morning and a different bus with a different bus driver on the way home. So I had a bus driver texting me about after school arrangements and the afternoon bus driver calling me.
And let me go into detail. Her daughter had one of her friends spending the night, and her family's going through some shit. And we're, kind of helping her out,
Yeah.
She couldn't really go home because her dad wasn't there for taking care of some family stuff. So, we let her stay so she could, come back here on the bus. And then it became an issue because the bus is so fucking full.
Well, no, I hand wrote.
Oh, yeah, the letter.
2 notes each morning. One for the morning bus driver, one for the afternoon bus driver, authorizing her to be able to get off and on with my daughter. Well, any student, though, can write that note. But they have this form that you can fill out, like a student can't sign that form. Makes no fucking sense.
It'd be much easier for a student to try to forge your signature than to
Exactly.
recreate a whole fucking letter in your writing
And I gave my phone number, everything I ever send to the school has my phone number and email address. Will they reach out to me? Probably not, because they know what kind of parent I am. And I'm the parent that really gives a fuck, and I will fight for them.
Oh, yeah.
And if they don't answer me by emails, I've went to the superintendent before. I'm that crazy parent. Or I'll show up at the fucking school. And I'll just sit there. But the fucking school does nothing about the major things like the bullying and what else? Oh, the bullying, and they can't control the kids. Another issue that I had last year, I'd get an email. Your daughter's been misbehaving in my class for 2 weeks. Why the fuck doesn't she have a detention? Why doesn't she have in-school suspension?
It was only one class, too.
It was only one class, one teacher that I know that I've heard from multiple students that he's sexist and racist, to be exact, would not have a meeting with me.
Head of student council teacher.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's just, and I emailed him back and I'm like, okay, if she is this horrible, number one, why am I hearing about it right now? Because she has medication that I can control. So do I need to take her back to the doctor for that? But I don't know how she acts at school unless you tell me. And number two, why hasn't she had a detention? Why hasn't she had lunch detention, after school detention, morning detention, or in-school suspension? I'm not going to say anything if she's acting a fool in class and you give her that shit.
And number three, they have record of everything we've done for her. Mm-hmm. And to know what they're to be expected from her. And to contact you or I in any situation.
They're so petty that I'm going to just say this because this is fucking hilarious. So, this same teacher tells her to go in the hallway. Go in the hallway and stand by that fire extinguisher.
Fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant. And she looks at him and she goes, fire hydrant? Isn't that a fire extinguisher? Lunch detention. Back talking. Motherfucker, you said fire extinguisher. If I was her, I would have walked straight out the doors and would have stood by the fucking fire hydrant.
And the thing about her daughter is,
she will.
Amazing girl, but she's like the Ron. Anyone who watch Anchorman, she is the Ron Burgundy of children. If you tell her to do something, even if you're joking, she'll be like, okay, and do it. Like,
she will
this is the way her mind works. She will, like, you can't joke with her about doing things because she'll do it. Like, she thinks, okay. And when you say stuff like that, that confuses her. Like, she would literally walk outside to the fire extinguisher outside the school. Wherever the fuck that may be.
And she's so ditzy. She's already really ditzy. So I'm surprised she even knew the difference. But when she calls you out on it, laugh about it. Like, you fucked up, laugh about it. You know, correct her. Lunch detention for being a smart ass.
The school knows about these issues. They have information the teachers can look back upon. But the teachers fail to do anything about that. Like, they don't look, they're lazy. You know, and like, it wasn't like she had issues in every class. It was one fucking teacher.
But she had him for 3 classes. Yeah, like, it was crazy.
He was a total pompous cock. He was a young dude.
But why wouldn't he meet with mom?
And he probably didn't have kids. He refused to meet with you.
Yeah, because I told him right on email that he is racist and he's sexist. Would you like to have a meeting with me? Nope, you're female. He's probably scared of me, to be honest.
He's like, we can talk on the phone.
Yeah, he tried to call me. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you on the phone. I want to see your face.
I was saying, this McStud in action at school is...
You probably get a kick out of it.
It's a work of art because, like, not only at school, but like in a store, like she got fucked up, or a restaurant. She is a piece of work to be admired when she has done wrong in any situations.
I
am. You just kind of got to sit back and like...
And I tell him, I'm like, hey, I might embarrass you. So if you want to go smoke or go to the bathroom, now's your time because I'm about to bitch.
You say I'm about to flip the fuck out.
I'm about to flip out is what I'm about to say.
Flip the fuck out. That should be one of those little text things. FT, FTFO, flip the fuck out.
Yeah, that's me. I hate being fucked with. I hate being, done wrong. And if you mess with my kids, then it's 20 times fucking worse. And I have a really bad temper the way it is. But anyways, I have to tell him. So I ended this conversation with the school by saying, I work full time. I tried to homeschool a kid half of a year last year as hell. There's no way that I can work full time and homeschool 2 kids. So if you guys don't straighten the fuck up.
You told me you wanted a peaceful year.
Huh?
You said I want a peaceful year.
Yeah, I said if I don't get a fucking peaceful year this year, then I'm fucking going to move them, switch my work hours, go in at 8:30 to 5 with a half-hour lunch instead of an hour, and I'm going to send their asses to Greenfield.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a nutty fucking week, but every school year is like an adventure because you never know what kind of crazy shit they're
I'm not sure they'll ever call me again. Because they just let me rant too. Like, and it's funny, the assistant principal that was in the office with the counselor, I had gotten a fight with on a field trip.
I thought it was a teacher.
It was a teacher.
She mediated or whatever.
She was like, she knew I had a temper because she had to come in and say, hey, we can't do this in front of the kids. Well, then get me the fuck away from the kids and let me handle this bitch because she has grabbed this dude by the fucking shoulder. The fuck? If somebody grabbed my kid like that, I would have beat that bitch's ass right there in the middle of the fucking zoo. I am not even playing. I will never forget that moment, ever. And me and her was like face to face yelling at each other because she has grabbed this kid up. And she's like, come here with me. Bitch, you don't grab my son like that. You tell me to treat these boys as they're my own. Well, I punch you in the face right now then.
Is that how you treat your own kids?
The fuck?
Fucking crazy.
So that bitch already knew how I was.
Schools are crazy. Schools are out of control.
Always.
We've dealt with it for several years now.
Man, I still have a lot of years to go too. I probably need to be on Prozac and everything else to deal with them that long.
And we're just now like really. One kid's already a teenager, but we're at 2 in teenager years. So I can only imagine what. We have to go week by week with the school because we don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's almost day by day, really, because we go to work humping. We don't get that phone call from the school.
Yeah, and if I do get a phone call, and I'm not meaning this in a bad way, I don't promote violence, but if I do get a phone call, I hope my kids beat somebody's ass. I'll tell them that over the phone. I hope they beat somebody's ass, and I hope they, 1, stood up for somebody, or 2, they protected themselves.
Yeah, because
then we'll go to Taco Bell, and I'll go to court tomorrow, and they can be out of school for 5 days.
First and foremost, children should be able to defend themselves. Second off, they should be able to defend other people. And with the bullying and shit going on in schools,
yep.
And the lack of response from the teachers, the counselors, the principal, the assistant principal, that is all the kids have left to do, is defend themselves. And then, then they get in trouble when they're like, and the problem is like, so many kids are fucking killing themselves because they're being bullied at school.
That's crazy.
And it's fucking sad. And the kids these days can't even fucking stand up for themselves without getting in trouble. And the person that's fucking with them gets to go home.
Gets nothing.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Because counselors will believe every fucking word they say. Oh, because they're trying to be a better person. Well, first off, they probably need a better home life. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, the shit's crazy. Like, we don't ever promote violence, like, that's like a last resort. Like, we always teach our kids that. Like, you got to protect yourself, but make sure you do it last resort. We've never had any issues.
No.
Thankfully. But the bullying hasn't stopped. And it's like, at what point what's going to happen is one person is going to...
Well, my son got in that fight one time, but he didn't get suspended.
But, yeah, someone's...
He was heartbroken.
Someone's going to, just be at their wit's end.
Yeah.
Because the school won't do anything. We've contacted them. We've talked to them. They're like, oh, well, this person's being a better person. And then shit's going to go down. And then, it's just going to happen. What do you do? It's fucking nuts because we as parents don't want our kids to get hurt. We don't want to see them in fucking anguish every day from going to school because someone's fucking with them.
The problem with today's age, we don't know what the fuck to tell them. We don't know where to tell them to go. They have nobody except parents.
You can't even tell them to go to their guidance counselor because they're just fucking full of shit.
This right here.
And there's no action ever taken from the school.
I complained about a bully, a couple of years ago?
For 3 years now.
Let's have a meeting with her. Okay. Because that's going to make everything better.
It doesn't
And they
matter.
put them on the same group this year. So they have classes together.
I'm sorry. Not every bully grows up to be a bad person. Like, they grow up and they realize,
Yeah.
they're being a dick. But a lot of people grow up,
The same way.
and they fucking treat people that way and they end up in fucking jail or prison. And I'm sorry, but you can't distinguish that at that age. You don't turn on YouTube, but as long as it's not, like, we haven't had any, fortunately, physical, well, I guess there was one confrontation that was physical.
There's two.
Too, but the
with
schools
each kid.
just want to fucking sweep it under the rug so they can keep their fucking A rating. Like, we're an A rating, and they're actually not an A anymore. Aren't they a B now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they switched
A
to a
B
B, but they
plus.
still have a big sign in front of the school, A rated school, but literally they're a B because they don't want these problems to surface. Like, we'll just come on, everything's be fine. Like, they're trying to do better. Bullshit. Fuck that. There needs to be some fucking action taken. But anyways,
Yeah.
the schools piss us off. They're out of control. And they don't do anything that is needed to do everything to mask the problem so that they all look good.
And everything illegal.
Yeah,
Or
and
illegal.
then they try to strong arm the kids to get them to do things that it's not even their decision to do. So fuck that shit. I'm a stud.
I'm Mrs. McStud.
Fuck the bullshit schools. And we'll catch you bitches later.